think that when I meet my maker, hello maker, that cat will be all dressed in red. But every morn I pray that on that lucky day I'll hear that devil say, son, pour it steady. Let me drown this evening, let me drown. Hello, my name is Matthew Patrick, and this is Without Love from the musical Hairspray. Once I was a selfish fool who never understood. I never looked inside myself, but on the outside I looked good. Then we met and you made me the man I am today. Tracy, I'm in love with you no matter what you weigh, 'cause without love, life is like the seasons with no summer. Without love, life is rock and roll without a drummer. Tracy, I'll be yours forever, 'cause I never wanna be without love. Do you love playing video games? Are you tired of walking away from 12-hour gaming sessions feeling entertained, yet unfulfilled? Do you want to know more about the games you love without having to put in any work of your own? Well, now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse. Inspired by fellow gaming series Extra Credits, found here, we have created Game Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience. Pop the weekly video into your web browser and let the knowledge wash over you like a warm bath after a long grinding session. Be amazed as you master God of War mythology. Impress your friends with military strategies found in Call of Duty. And seduce your dream boy or girl by postulating on Kirby's epic quilting techniques. Could you do the work on your own? Of course. Take a break from your classic Nickelodeon and get ready to do what Nintendo don't, 'cause we're taking a walk on the wild side. Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory. Today we're exploring the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Sonic franchise to see what its cute cast of critters can teach us about their real-life counterparts. Are hedgehogs really the fastest things alive? What the heck is an echidna anyway? And if there's time, we'll dig deep to look at some of the forgotten members of Sonic's extended character roster. Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory, applying science to video games since April 18th of 2011. Recently, however, a new gaming scientist has come onto the scene. The good folks over at Vsauce 3 recently took a gander at a game series I covered in episode 5, The Science of Sonic. I'm gonna find something to talk about. And I did. I found that Solomon's Temple from the first game was actually an ancient city called Petra that had been carved out of the cliffs in the middle of the Jordanian desert. First show ever to talk about Portal without once mentioning cake. Wait, I just blew it, didn't I? Damn it! Let's call a spade, shall we? The companion cube is a box with hearts on it. And yet, despite being an inanimate object that appeared for a fraction of the first Portal game, the gaming community instantly fell in love, myself included.
Another notch in our belt of Minecraft. And man, you must be really excited about it, because when I asked you guys a few weeks ago to select between an episode on creeper explosions and an episode on how dating sims can actually help you pick up a date, over 100,000 more of you wanted to figure out how a fictional block creature could possibly explode, rather than how video games could give you actual game in real life. Fictional creature explosions, picking up women. Fictional creature, real women. Yeah, I'd probably choose the first one too. Where good things, or at least FNAF things, come to those who wait. And man, when it comes to this game series, no one was waiting for anything. I mean, the second game came out 3 months after the first, the trailer for the third was 2 months later, and like 4 minutes after that, the game was available to download. So forgive me if I was caught with my pants down on that one. I just wasn't prepared for it. But even more impressive than that abbreviated timeline was your ability to rip that final game apart. Hours after the release of the game, people were discussing good versus bad endings, 8-bit Atari cake, glitching through walls, and punching a flipping code into cement bricks arranged like a telephone dial pad. Tater commanding an army of brainwashed fungi, and Bowser as a struggling single parent. Is there, anyone left? Well, hello. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, where today you're gonna learn how you've been brainwashed without even knowing it. But more on that later. At this point, you'd think we'd be able to just leave the Mario franchise alone. I mean, is no corner of the Mushroom Kingdom sacred? No, it's not. The animations play back, if you can't tell. I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to these sorts of things, so expect all sorts of girlish screams in your future. But across all of them, Hello Neighbor is the one leaving people with the most questions, myself included. If you're unfamiliar with the game, let me quickly recap. You play as a new addition to the community, just moving in. But shortly after you move, you start to notice some strange behavior from your jazzercise pro neighbor. Screams coming from the house, erratic behavior, paranoid looks. Peering in through his windows reveals a heavily guarded door leading into his basement. But seriously, what is down there that he doesn't want the world to see? That is the mystery you're looking to solve in the game. Break in, find the tools necessary to undo his security measures, and unearth your neighbor's dark secret before it's too late. About it for now. Now, many of you have been asking me on Twitter, at MatPatGT, as well as during GT Live, to do a theory about this game, to try and predict what's going on. But after doing the research, I think I can do you one better. Instead of just trying to put together a rough plot summary, I think I can reveal the true identity of the main character of the game, Joey Drew, the mastermind animator obsessed with bringing his creations to life. Because here's the thing, I believe he's inspired by a real person, and that the events happening in the world of Bendy actually mirror events that occurred at one of the top animation studios during this golden age of animation. Joey Drew in-game is playing the role of perhaps the single most important pioneer of animated entertainment, or at least best from a gameplay standpoint. On the theorizability side, there seems to be a little less meat on the bone. I mean, the story seems pretty darn straightforward. Our heroes Cuphead and Mugman find themselves in hot water with the devil after gambling their souls away. Since neither of them really want to lose their souls, they strike a deal with the devil and are sent out to collect soul contracts from the other inhabitants on the island to give the devil his due. Modernizing Spider-Man as much as they did in Homecoming, I wonder what J. Jonah Jameson and the Daily Bugle will look like. Fantasy crossfading to dream sequence. We have literal aliens attacking us from the skies, blonde guys claiming to be gods, and the jolly green giant running amok. And you want to expect me to start trusting Spider-Man? We have footage of him fighting members from the Avengers. Speaking of the Avengers, by the way, you too can have the strength of an Avenger with J. Jonah's joint juice. Organic, all natural, and most importantly, all American. Except for all that stuff we imported from China. Only $19.99 a case. Buy it now. of episodes are probably some of our most important episodes because not only are they touching on all the scary technology that we cover in other things in a more fictional sense, but it's real. It's making you more aware of what's going on in the world around you. Now, going into today's episode, I didn't know all that much about drones except for two things. First, that you're not really allowed to fly them all that many places anymore due to privacy and airspace concerns. Me when someone tickles my neck. Me when I stand on my own head. Me when I cosplay as Undertale's lesser dog. Me when I descend into HE double toothpicks. Hey! Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, building out the lore of Minecraft faster than a Swede building a giant meatball in the sky. Goodbye, Sven. You will be missed. Catch 'em all the episodes, that is. How else are you gonna stay on top of FNAF lore? Or the science of Mario? Or whatever insanity the Dream SMP has going on this week? So one of the longest running discussions in the Pokemon franchise is with the move Fly. I mean, if YouTube had somehow existed back in 1999, I'd probably be doing a Gen 1 theory trying to come up with some ridiculous explanation for how Doduo can use Fly despite the fact that it has no wings. Come to think of it, how Doduo can fly. And of course, even for Pokemon that do have wings, there's still the utter absurdity of a tiny Pidgey being able to carry an 11-year-old kid around.
And you did that. Try to live knowing that for whatever brief time you're still alive. But hey, that's just a theory, right? A theory.
Andy, Hello Neighbor, Baldi's Basics, Rainbow Friends, Choo Choo Charles, Amanda the Adventurer, Poppy Playtime, all of them competing for your attention and your gamer dollars. But I think we can all agree that one franchise has truly stood above them all. One series with gameplay so deceptively simple that it took the internet by storm. One series that pushed out sequels at a blistering pace to keep the hype train going. One series with a story that was so convoluted that it makes theorists like me weep. And that series is Ban. Wait, are we doing this? Are we really doing this? Oh boy, all right. I think I'm kind of evolving into a Grandpa Pat, for lack of a better term. And just like your grandparents, hopefully cool grandparents, but just like a grandparent, you don't get to see me all the time. And I don't get to see you all the time. And maybe we call and talk to each other every once in a while. But at the end of the day, that grandpa loves getting to see you. Maybe he shows up at a special event. Maybe he shows up at a holiday. Maybe he shows up at the Theory Wear fashion show. Who knows? But he so looks forward to seeing you. And the love that he has for you, it doesn't go away. That grandpa is so proud of you. And he cherishes the relationship that you've had so much. And he is so honored to be a part of your life, to have been a part of helping you grow and helping you experience the world. And he looks forward to seeing you at the next event. And if you see him on the street, we'll hang out. And hopefully he brings you cool, fun gifts. I know this is going to sound cheesy. And I know the internet will probably rake me over the coals for crying for one, but I love you guys. I do. You're not just numbers. You're not just ad impressions. You're not just merch sales. What you have done for me, and from everyone I talk to, what I've done for you is special. It's special. When I was in middle school, I had this goal of making the world a better place because I had been a part of it. It didn't have to be big. It didn't have to be curing cancer. But I wanted there to have been a ripple impact. Just because I was there. Butterfly effect and all that. We've done it. I think we've been able to achieve something great here. You have taken me on the wildest, craziest 13-year ride of my life. And I'm so grateful. So, Grandpa Pat is going to sign out now, and I'll be around for a couple more weeks. I'll be living around the house for a while. We'll have a big family reunion celebration. Then I'll go off to my little shack in the woods, my retirement home down in Florida, and I'll pop in every once in a while. Anyway, at this point in my notes, I had it written that we're going to start the countdown clock of that final 10 episodes, final 9 episodes, so start that. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. Hopefully the editors don't rip off Unis Honest too much. If they do, I hope they change it. And with that, I'm going to say, for one of the final times, not the final time, but one of the final times, as always, my friends, remember, it's just a theory. A game theory. Thank you.